So let's look at this last page because there is so much. Yeah, there's so much in this. And I don't even know if we're going to continue working on this week now that Z is back, but this still gives us good stuff to practice. So this whole piece has been fluid, legato, right? And then all of a sudden we get marcato. And I was telling Claire, this measure to me feels like that moment in like musical theater where you just have the singer and they're just like, ah, you know, that's what this part feels like to me. So how we show legato and then all of a sudden a marcato is you want to, because we've been talking about pulling with the wrist, right, is how we show legato, is all in the wrist. Staccato and marcato are angular, right? Yeah, so staccato comes away from the ictus really fast and it's angular, like you're touching a hot stove, right? Marcato is the exact same idea, but
they're attacked. I have to guess.
Yes, more weight coming down to the ictus, and we don't come up away as fast as we do in staccato, like we're touching a hot plate. So if I were to show this, it would look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, I noticed on Thursday I had my marching come out and just went like that.
Yeah.
I've been doing bad with that. I've been marching. My drum major came out of me and went poop.
Which, you know, that can totally work for instances like this where you're showing a complete difference in our articulation. But what makes this difficult is notice on B2 there's not an accent. So we don't want to make a huge event out of B2. So what we do is we show a smaller away of 1. Because remember, the moment we come away really far, the choir thinks that we're going to now travel a far distance to the next ictus, and that means we're emphasizing. But we're trying to de-emphasize, so we want a smaller away so that we show less 2. And the next accent happens on B3, so we want to show a far distance for the away of 2, so that we can then come far over to emphasize B3. So what it looks like is 1, 2, 3, and then notice as soon as I hit B3, I just start to travel as slow. Yeah. All right, so let's do it together from there, and we're just gonna take that much. So 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, blah blah blah. Good, nice. Okay, so I love your weight into the ictus. Now for your prep for beat 1, can you just pretend like your arm is an axe and it comes up as angular? It suspends because we're gonna move fast, so it has to suspend, and then we're gonna travel fast down to show that emphasis. Yeah.
I didn't.
No, that's all okay. But that looked way better. 1, 2, 3. Nice. So now let's incorporate the meld. And we're going to show B2 is the next thing. And let me show you how I mark my score to help me with melding.
I usually do it as this. I just skip the next with the away as the next thing.
Oh, I see what you did here.
This one I just did 1 and 3. And I thought 1 just because it's an upbeat. I just didn't know how to do that one.
I see. Okay, perfect. The only other thing that I would add that maybe would help you is that under the beat where you need to meld, so in this case we start melding on B3, is drawing an arrow. That way you know which direction you need to go.
With 3, 4.
So here's the tricky part. Is since we're traveling this way, we don't want to move fast, because if we move fast, it's awkward because then we end up way over here and B2 is over here, right? So we would have to do some weird things. So what we do is we move the ictus of 3 just a little bit closer over here to 1. Yeah, kind of like in the land of where 4 is, usually is. and then we move extra slow so that we don't wind up way over here. So let's start from here, we'll do it together. So 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And 4 will be so small because we have piano on the next beat.
Okay, because piano for the piano and then there's a piano for the.
Yes, yes.
Yes, you know.
So it's gonna feel, and this is why us counting in our head becomes so important when we have this line of thinking of fast aways or slow aways and fast towards, whatever, right? Is because when we go from showing a loud dynamic, loud takes up more space, right? Small takes up, soft takes up less space, right? Because we bring our conducting box in. And when we're taking up less space, it means we have to move slower. And when we're conducting big, everything moves faster because we're traveling a larger distance. And then whenever, even though I'm the same tempo that I was at the big pattern, my hand has to move slower because I'm occupying less space.
Yeah.
And so that's the tricky part.
It's just instantaneously going.
Yeah. All right, so let's start from just at that forte again. So 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, mel, 4, 1, mel, 3, 4, 1, mel, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, and I didn't meld that. Oops.
I can feel my inner drum major coming out because I'm like this, and then I get to like right here, and I'm like this when I get to the sonata, and I don't like it because I know that's not choral to be like that.
Oh, yeah.
Because I have because we did Claire de Luna when I was drum major, and so I had to be here at the end, showing to have a cover.
Yeah.
It keeps throwing me off because it's all I can think about when I'm doing this. And I don't want to convey cover the sound.
Right.
I have that bad habit of doing
That's
that.
good that you know that though, that you're recognizing those patterns and habits. So when we have a retard, what I call it the roller coaster effect. You know, when you're on a roller coaster and it's like click, 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 boom, right? So I start to subdivide in my head like that. So if I start from here, I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and T and 4 and 1. So I make sure that I'm really subdividing and creating that roller coaster effect as I subdivide. So let's start from here. So 3, 4, 1 and 2 and T and 4 and 1 and 2 and T and 4 and 1. Good. Let's do that much again. So 3, 4, 1 and 2 and T and 4 and 1 and 2 and T and 4 and 1. Good. I'm gonna watch you now. 1 and 2 and T and 4 and 1 and 2 and T and 4 and. That was good. Nice. Yeah, the only thing I would say about that is the cutoff. It could just be a little bit. Were you in class? Oh, you were, because you conducted. When I told Destiny at the very end of class that anytime we give a cutoff, especially like in legato, like a legato piece like this, when we give the cutoff,
You want to keep moving.
yeah, ever so slightly.
I was trying to also. I don't know what I was trying to.
And you, you can do the circle cutoff, and then there's just a slight little move that happens. So we'll do that same spot right before the retard. So 1 and 2 and T and 4 and 1 which direction? Okay, you are going counterclockwise. Okay. Yeah, I think it could just use a little bit more.
Wrist movement.
Yeah,
So
when
I
you-
guess I'm doing fingers. Am I?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So just have it happen from the wrist. Same spot. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Good, that's better. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so let's go from the forte and do all that.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's too big.
A little bit, yeah. Whenever you gave the
Because it's
breath.
peonies.
Yeah, yeah, when you gave the breath. Nice. That's looking good. The only other thing that I would say is whenever you're melding, move slower.
I could feel the clicking.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's just traveling too fast because we want to show ease as the music continues, right? So let's start here. That measure. So 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. No, I want to move 1, 2, and 2, 4, and 1. And I think in this instance, well, it's your decision. You can choose.
Because I feel like with how this ending is going, it would be.
Oh, perfect. All right. So that if that's what you want to do, then when you show the cutoff, you have to move very slow, because then they're going to anticipate a breath. So it'll be calm.
Okay,
And
so
make
that's
sure
what I
you
was doing. 'Cause
breathe with them.
I was seeing it as like a go and then cut off and then like again keeping it away for 4.
Yeah, just see it just in a way. Yeah. So
Okay.
you'll show.
I don't know why I was doing it in a way of 3 to go up. That's what I was thinking of. So okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's just do just that
Sure.
measure. 1, 2, 2. Nice. Yeah, that was way clearer.
Okay.
Sweet. All right, I gotta run to you, choir.